Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Diane. It's so hot. I'm wearing the jacket, this turtleneck type of shirt, and it's really summery day today. So well, today we're gonna start a new series. I'm gonna be starting to recreate few of the Games of Thrones characters every single Thursday from now to the beginning of September. We're gonna be doing different type of characters. We're gonna be starting today with Cersei. Cersei is a very specific, very special character in this series. She is a bad person, but at the same time, it's strong with a very, very specific character with very powerful way to behave. And well, the series wouldn't be the same without her, so she's a very, very important character on the series. So I wanted to start with her. I'm gonna leave the list of products that I use on the bar below, and I'm gonna tell you to tell me what character you want me to recreate next on the comment. And let's get started with this transformation into Cersei. Oh, if I didn't say it, I love Game of Thrones. I love it. Well, all the explanations and steps that I'm going to be showing in this video, they are adjusts to my face shapes. So you need to adjust these changes to your face shape. For example, I have a very pointed chin, and Cersei has a very round one. If you have a round one, you don't have to change that. So just adjust it. I'm going to start by covering with the high cover foundation all my freckles, because she doesn't have freckles, so maybe you don't have to do that. Now I'm going to be using just a couple of products to create the changing of the features. I'm going to start with the brown cream product. You can also use any kind of eyeshadow and cream or pencil that is very blendable, or whatever you have on hand. I'm going to go for something brown. First of all, I'm going to be changing the shape of my nose. I'm going to be making it thinner on the center of the nose, and also I'm going to be changing the ending. I have a very round end type of nose, and she has a very pointed end type of nose, so I'm going to be changing the shapes to create a different type of effect on my nose. So as I was saying before, maybe you don't have to do that. Maybe you have already a pointed nose, maybe you have a larger or smaller, so you need to adjust those changes to your own shapes. Also, I'm going to be creating a little darker shading on the underneath of the beginning of the eyebrows and the size of the nose, and I start creating what is one of her most known features, which is going to be very enhanced cheekbones. She has a very, very kind of chiseled type of effect of the cheekbone, so I'm going to be creating a very dark shading underneath of my cheekbone that doesn't show much. And also I'm going to bring in the shading down to the jawline to create a more structure and hard features like she has. And also I'm going to be working on the round of the jawline, and also all the chin, which I have very pointed and she has very round. I'm going to be working also on adding some shading to create a little more dimension into the chin. She has a very pronounced and accent chin, so I'm going to be adding some shading to match that. And also creating that very thick type of cheek, creating shading also on the sides of the nose. That is one of the features that she's more known of. And you're going to be seeing me going forth and back and back again, and so on, with different type of shades, because I'm going to be adding a little bit of blended and see how it all looks together, and going back and maybe accent, maybe define it a little bit more, or maybe giving some more shading here and there. So I add a little bit also more on the inner part of the eye, and also on the upper lip, to create a little more kind of hair strong features. That's what I'm doing, just matching hers to mine. Also, she has quite bigger lips in comparison with mine, and also she has different type of shape. She has kind of the same type of width of the lips all over it, and I have pretty thin ending of the lips on the corner, so I'm gonna be taking the same color of my lips type of lip pencil and then start changing that shapes and adding some more thickness to the sides to create a little more even type of lip that looks a little more like hers. And I'm not gonna leave it flat because it's kind of obvious that it's just pencil, so I'm gonna be adding a little bit of shading with the same product I use on the face, just to add a little bit shading on the corners here and there, so it has a different type of coloring, so it's a little more natural. I keep coming back to the chin because, as you see, I have to add a ton of shading, and that's not look quite natural. So I'm gonna be adding the second color that I told you gonna be using. This is also a cream color, and it's a beige. It's something like a lightening type of color. So I'm gonna be adding all that on my chin, so it looks like my new chin, or the shading I create, is gonna be the end of my chin, and the lighter shade, it covers that end of my real chin, making it more round. For the eyebrows, I'm going to be using the product that I normally use, but I'm going to go for very light-handed. I don't want to too thick. I want something very natural. She has a quite natural eyebrows, doesn't have any too structured ones. But she has a very specific shape, but she has a very quite high ending of the eyebrows, thing that I don't have. So I'm going to be creating that effect, and I'm going to be using the foundation I used to cover the end of my real eyebrow. So it's kind of covering the eyebrows, but slightly more natural, and just making sure it shows the new eyebrow shape a little better. For the lips, she has kind of this monolith type of lid. So I'm gonna try to mimic that. I'm gonna be applying a lighter shade all over the lid to start lifting that up and making it look a little more prominent. I'm gonna be adding the skin shade on the central, like around the crease area, and the lightest a little bit lifted up next to the arch of the eyebrow. And I'm gonna be taking the first product, the brown cream product, and create a line that goes parallel to my lash line, but leaving a little bit of space between this new line and my actual lash line. So kind of create a shading of the actually crease being there instead of my real one. There is not much left to do. Last touch is going to be adding a little bit of highlighting to emphasize the shaping I create. So I'm going to be adding a little bit around the mouth to give a little more definition to the lips, and also I'm going to enhance that triangle ending pointing nose I create by adding the highlighted on that. And then I'm going to be adding a little more shading between the eyebrows to make it a little more kind of her shape. And also I'm going to be adding a little bit of shading on top of the eyebrows because she has kind of that more wrinkly type effect in there. Last touch is going to be adding some blue lenses. These are quite lighter than the ones that she has, or actually her eyes. But that's are the only blue lenses that I have. And then I'm going to be adding the last touches. It's going to be putting on some black turtleneck and a shirt that has kind of a Chinese neck, which is the one that she's wearing the last season. I add a very short hair wig that I painted because it was black, so give it a little more blonde effect. And for the last touch, I'm going to make everything look a bit more natural by adding a very light foundation on top of everything, softly to make it see through all the featuring, but not that dark. And also, of course, I add a crown. This was a children's crown that I painted in black. And that's it. We are done. This is Cersei.
Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this makeup tutorial. Just let me remind you that these are the adjustments I need to make to my face shape, but your face shape could be different and you don't need this type of adjustment, so make sure you change it and adapt them to your face shape. I'm gonna leave the list of products as always on the bar below, and I'm gonna tell you to tell me which character you want me to do next with a comment on the below there. And that's it. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up so I know you liked the video. As always, thanks so much for spending some time with me. Be happy. See you next one.